Hey everybody, it's Brett, your Thankful Carnivore. It is February the 19th, Wednesday morning, and I hope you're having a great day. This is today's Thankful Carnivore Report. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to me ramble on about things related to the carnivore way of eating that I find interesting. Please check me out across my social media at thankful.carnivore on Instagram, on Twitter, where the meat eating savages just run wild. It's Stickman Bleeding. That's Stickman Bleedin. Don't add a G. Facebook, YouTube, Thankful Carnivore. Please remember, you can get a 30-minute certified carnivore coaching session from meatrx.com for under 20 bucks. That's right, a carnivore coaching session for under 20 bucks for 30 minutes at meatrx.com. Please check it out. Okay, this morning's talk, the title. Yep, that's not a misprint. Never vegan for me. Never vegan for me. And there's a lot of reasons for it. And I don't care what somebody else eats. What vegans eat is none of my business. What's on somebody else's plate is none of my business. So to everybody eating the vegan diet, if you're happy with it, God love you. Enjoy. Be happy, thrive, and prosper. What's on your plate, none of my concern. But I was aware of veganism before I started carnivore. I'd heard of it. I'd glanced at it. It didn't interest me then. Because it seems to me, and even more so now, as I've been in this low-carb carnivore space now these 19 months, that veganism as an ideology is not something I would ever want to be a part of. It just isn't. It doesn't interest me. I recognize that there is probably the most venomous, loud, hateful people who claim to represent veganism probably don't really represent most vegans. That's a guess of mine. I could be wrong about that. I do know there is a YouTube channel called Red Pill Vegan, and they the guy that runs it, pleasant. He and I have interacted. Not, he's vegan and he eats what he wants to eat, and I have no complaint with that. And he appears to recognize the fact that I'm happy eating this way. And life goes on. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. And I respect that. I don't ever claim that the way I eat is the way everybody should eat, because I don't know that. I know for me, it's perfect. For my wife, it's perfect. For my son, it's been perfect. For everybody that I've met that's tried it, it's been perfect. But I cannot say that everybody should do it, because I know that everybody is their own world. It's always dietary needs and concerns are always specific to the individual. But veganism as an ideology, it's very disturbing to me, because I see people, for instance, this morning, there was a person on YouTube making grandiose, delusionary claims. Like they know me when they've never met me. They probably have never seen any of my content. But they act like they know my thoughts. They know my condition of my soul, my physical well-being, and they don't have a clue in the world about me. And anytime somebody starts doing that, whether it's anytime somebody under the guise of ideology starts professing that they know who I am, how I feel, and what I think, that's an instant turnoff. It's an instant not persuasive. And it makes me really not want to listen to anything you have to say. It just does. And I'll always be that way because I think that's rude and inconsiderate and extremely disrespectful. Then you throw into it the things that veganism as an ideology advocates. Now, on the surface, the tug of heartstrings. Oh, it's just for the end of the suffering. The unnecessary suffering must end. Oh, yeah, but your ideology is responsible for the suffering and death of billions of animals that otherwise would not happen. If it wasn't for you needing your goji berries when you live 6,000 miles away from the nearest goji berry farm, and your berries have to be harvested and packaged, not to mention all the gasoline that was used for the tractors and whatnot to grow and fertilize and spray those lovely pest removers, pesticides. That's the word I couldn't spit out. Yeah. That kills countless numbers, billions of animals, small and large. Y'all don't seem to mind that too much. Your ideology is very inconsistent because your ideology says, oh, it's to minimize suffering, but you minimize no suffering. In fact, your ideology creates suffering. So, how do vegans defend their ideology? And I'm talking about those who feel the need. Those of you who are just living your life, not bothering anybody, this is not for you. This is for the militants. Those who are pushing forth this nonsense. If you cared about the climate, you'd quit eating meat. Well, that's a straw man. It's a fallacious argument. It has zero value for me. And I want to be honest with everybody who promotes in this matter. You're failing miserably to convert me. You're not changing my mind. In fact, you're doing just the opposite. You're confirming what I have perceived and have thought about the ideology behind veganism to be accurate, that it's based on fear and deception, and that it requires a willful ignorance in order to advocate. It just does. See, when I present the fact that I have lived for 583 days on just meat and water, veganism's ideology requires that I be chastised, that I be pointed, that all the errors of my belief and behavior should be pointed out at all costs. I'm happy and healthier than I've ever been. But according to veganism, I'm a bad, bad person. I don't care. Your ideology has no value for me. Your propaganda has no value for me. It's meaningless gibberish to me. And you could say, oh, but the World Health Organization says, no, meat is bad. I don't care what they say. Nothing that comes out of the World Health Organization has any value for me. Nothing at all. It's a bunch of bureaucrats bought and paid for who are basically totalitarian wannabes at heart, in my opinion, who have no more concern about the well-being of the world than the cheese on the moon does. They're there to pad their pockets, advance their own ideological desires and wishes, through force if necessary. My friends, I don't care what's on your plate. Eat what you want to eat. If it makes you happy and you're thriving, eat plants. I don't care. But I am never going to accept veganism, ideologically or dietary-wise, as something of value, because it has no value to me. And I'm not going to ever apologize for eating meat and drinking water and doing the things I need to do to be healthy. And if your ideology requires you to put words into other people's mouth to make a point, then it's based on sand. It has no value. It has no basis of fact. You're just making circular arguments designed to frighten and obscure. Not interested. Never vegan for me. But I'll keep eating meat and drinking water because that's what works for me. My friends, I hope you have a fantastic day. Do the things you know you need to do to take care of you. Eat your meat, drink your water. Don't listen to propaganda that's just a waste of time. Do the things you know are good for you. And always remember, you've got something to be thankful for. We'll see you all tomorrow.